When Arthur C. Clarke compared evolving technologies to magic, he may have been referring to flying cars, or at the very least vehicles that might drive themselves without a person at the wheel. Completely autonomous self-driving cars are already the wave of the future in 2021. But after the coronavirus pandemic forced several businesses to slow down, Autin Russell's startup Luminar has advanced at full pace financially. Although you may not be familiar with the name Autin Russell, it is necessary to keep in mind. The quest to commercialize self-driving car technologies has drawn billions of dollars of funding, but only a few billionaires have emerged. Autin Russell, the owner and CEO of Luminar, is one of the only exceptions. Through his company Luminar Technologies, a firm focusing on developing and commercializing solutions for autonomous vehicles, the Californian has become the world's youngest recent billionaire at the age of 25. His wealth is estimated to be valued at $2.4 billion, more than twice the amount that placed Kyle Jenner on the Forbes Billionaire list in 2019. Childhood. Autin was born on March 14, 1996, on Pi Day, and grew up in the glistening, sun-drenched beaches of Orange County's renowned Newport Beach. His father Michael was a commercial real estate broker, and his mother Shannon was a model who dabbled in public speaking on occasion. With these career directions in mind, this engineering prodigy may have something in common with his parental and maternal grandfathers, the former of whom patented the first electric blanket and the latter of whom once designed a racetrack. His earliest achievements. In 6th grade, his parents enrolled him at St. Margaret's Episcopal School, anticipating that a pre-K-12 private school would be able to provide him with a more rigorous educational environment. That same year, a science teacher named Mr. Dillon gave an assignment to his class that required them to build an earthquake-resistant structure. Autin's team won the competition by collaborating and constructing a building that could survive the force of recordable seismic activity using recently acquired math skills and architectural science. Russell memorized the periodic table of elements at an age when most toddlers are in diapers. In 7th grade, he begged his parents for a cell phone, to which they immediately answered no, and then joked that he would be free to build one. The joke was on them, as Autin called his mother 3 months later on the bus ride home from a transformed Nintendo DS phone after a good dose of fine-tuned studying. During his junior year in high school, the brilliant young child had 2 patents pending, one of which perplexed Dr. Ross Viola, a St. Margaret's teacher. The doctor writes in their year's schoolbook, "When he took it in to show it to the science faculty, we were all absolutely astonished. He drew a computer keyboard onto the classroom desk and started clicking on it. The words he was typing started to appear on his Bluetooth-enabled phone screen. It was really incredible." Dropped out of university. Autin Russell, unsurprisingly, won the freedom to attend any ivory-towered institution of his choosing, and he selected Stanford University on the West Coast. He toured the campus before enrolling and met with a physics professor to discuss photonics. The lecturer, who had wanted to speak with the young man for just a few minutes, ended up having an hour-long conversation with him. Russell was accepted to Stanford University to study physics, but dropped out halfway through after receiving the Thiel Fellowship for his LiDAR idea. He owes most of his education to Wikipedia and YouTube, since he learned much of it on the internet. After earning the fellowship, he founded Luminar Technologies, which designs sensors for self-driving vehicles. Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, was the company's first investor, seeing the promise as early as 2012. Thiel offers students $100,000 in exchange for 2 years of work on their startups. Russell recalls that his parents were a bit suspicious of the decision. By the time he was 11, he had installed a science lab in his parents' garage in South California, indicating that they had a prodigy on their hands. He himself has no regrets. Thiel's sponsorship and mentorship, as well as the fact that he had no academic commitments, gave him the time and money he needed to create a vehicular LiDAR sensor that can be manufactured, a task that will involve testing 2,000 different models for many years. Luminar Technologies. For a moment, let's be clear. Luminar will not be in the business of making autonomous cars, or any kind of car for that matter. Instead, they're focusing on developing the highest quality LiDAR sensor system to help driverless cars, regardless of manufacturer, better understand, analyze, and respond to their surroundings in real time while traveling on the road. Luminar spent its first 5 years under Autin Russell's leadership in stealth mode, ignoring the media spotlight in order to preserve secrecy around its LiDAR sensors. In addition, a number of instruments such as lasers, receivers, scanning systems, and processing circuitry required in-house engineering. Rather than using off-the-shelf bits, these devices are uniquely primed for their own products, resulting in a strategic edge and best results. Sensors produced by Luminar Technologies can currently be used in Toyota and Volvo vehicles. LiDAR technology, which uses light waves to create 3D maps of objects all around the vehicle and effectively outlines the path of the car, is the science behind his innovation. Alliance with Daimler Truck AG. In October 2020, Luminar announced a strategic alliance with Daimler Truck AG, the world's largest company to allow highly automated trucking beginning on highways. With an initial emphasis on long-haul roads, autonomous trucks are projected to yield significant gains in transportation performance and protection. Furthermore, these commercial vehicles have a shorter deployment time than their urban counterparts. Autin Russell controversies with Elon Musk. Tesla took on the self-driving car challenge many years ago by adding 8 cameras, 3 in the front, 2 on either side and 1 in the rear, a front radar and several ultrasonic sensors. While Elon Musk's SpaceX Dragon incorporates homemade LiDAR parts, he believes it's freaking crazy for a vehicle. LiDAR is a fool's errand, Musk declared at Tesla's inaugural Autonomy Day gathering. Those that depend on LiDAR are doomed. We are doomed. They are overpriced sensors that are superfluous. It's analogous to making a slew of pricey appendices. As an example, if one appendix is awful, imagine having a whole bunch of them. It's ludicrous, as you'll see. Russell had some choice words for Elon Musk as he discussed the controversy in an interview with MarketWatch, announcing that our 50 other business partners and 7 of the world's top 10 automakers, along with pretty much every authority in the industry, will actually disagree with Elon. I believe he is stranded there on an island. When Elon first proposed his anti-LiDAR concepts, he assured the world that he could produce a complete self-driving stack based on this simple camera solution. What Tesla has now, what they refer to as complete self-driving, does not use LiDAR. The issue is that it is not fully autonomous. In reality, it's not autonomous at all. That is where I believe they have attracted significant market backlash for their rogue naming approach to the products they deliver. Russell is happy to let rivals like Elon Musk do the talking, as he focuses on achieving ubiquity. Russell said in an interview with Forbes magazine that he will realize he has achieved his goals when his innovation becomes a new, modern safety system on every automobile manufactured worldwide. His main aim is to eliminate car crashes entirely. Unlike most Gen Z 20-somethings, Autin Russell's Instagram and Twitter accounts are non-existent. It is possible that this is a factor in his status as the world's youngest billionaire. That's the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, then give it a thumbs up and ring the notification bell button for our latest updates. We would love to hear your feedback. Is there anything you want to share with us? Please feel free to mention it in the comment section. And if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, please let us know. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.